How to eat for body recomposition. If you're a skinny girl trying to gain weight and nothing is working, I promise you it's not your genetics. It's not that you can't gain either. You're probably making one of the few mistakes that almost every skinny girl makes, and no one is talking about it. You think you're eating a lot, you think you're training hard, but if the scale isn't moving and your body looks the same, something is off. And it usually comes down to protein, calories, and how you're actually fueling your workouts. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how to eat for body recomposition, how much protein you really need, how many calories it actually takes to grow, and the common mistakes that are keeping you small. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to fix so you can finally start seeing real growth, not just hoping your body changes. First point, body recomposition is not just eating more, it's eating with intention. The first thing you need to understand is this. Body recomposition is not just about stuffing your face and hoping for the best. It's not eat whatever and lift a little. It's strategic. Body recomposition means you're trying to build muscle while keeping fat gain controlled. And that only happens when you're intentional. A lot of girls think if they've been skinny their whole life, they just need to double their food and they'll magically grow. I used to think that too, like if I just ate more pasta and peanut butter, my body would suddenly look different. But that's not how it works. If you don't eat enough, you won't grow. But if you eat way too much without structure, you'll gain more fat than muscle and end up uncomfortable and frustrated. Then you panic, cut your calories again, and you're back at square one. You need a small calorie surplus. That means eating slightly more than your body burns, not 1,000 extra calories, not dirty bulking, not eating like you're training for a food challenge, just enough to fuel muscle growth. For most girls, that's around 200 to 300 calories above maintenance. It sounds small, and honestly it is, but that's why it works. It allows you to gain slowly and build actual shape instead of just feeling puffy. And lifting heavy matters. You cannot recomposition your body without giving it a reason to grow. Your workouts are the signal. Your food is the support. If you're not pushing yourself in the gym, your body has no reason to turn those extra calories into muscle. Progressive overload is what changes your body. Adding weight, adding reps, getting stronger over time. Also, this takes time. If you've been under eating for years, your body doesn't just flip a switch. You might need to slowly increase calories so your metabolism adjusts. You might gain a little softness at first. That's normal. That doesn't mean you're getting fat. It means your body is finally being fueled. Muscle growth isn't instant, especially for girls. The biggest shift is mental. Stop being scared of food. Stop saying I eat so much when it's actually not that much. Start tracking for awareness, not obsession. Learn what your body actually needs. This isn't about becoming bulky, it's about building shape, and that happens when you stop guessing and start eating with intention. Second point, protein is non-negotiable. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Protein is not optional. If you're trying to build glutes, legs, shoulders, whatever your goal is, protein is the building block. Without enough of it, you are literally not giving your body the materials it needs to grow. You can train as hard as you want, but if your protein is low, your results will be slow. Most skinny girls undereat protein, not because you're trying to, but because they don't prioritize it. It usually looks like this: coffee for breakfast, maybe a pastry or nothing at all, a small lunch, snacks during the day, a light dinner that might add up to 40 to 60 grams of protein without you even realizing it. And if you're lifting consistently, that's just not enough to support muscle growth. If you're training 3 to 5 times a week and actually pushing yourself, aim for around 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So, for example, if you weigh 120 pounds, that's around 85 to 120 grams per day. And no, you don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be consistent. Spread it across your meals. Your body uses protein better when it's spaced out, not when you try to cram 70 grams into one dinner because you forgot earlier. And let's clear this up. Protein will not make you bulky, period. Muscle doesn't just appear because you ate chicken. Building noticeable muscle takes time, effort, and a calorie surplus. Protein simply supports the process. In fact, eating enough protein helps you build more muscle and gain less unnecessary fat while you're in a surplus. It improves the quality of your weight gain. Whole food protein should be your base: chicken, eggs, Greek yogurt, lean beef, salmon, turkey, tofu, all these kinds of foods. These foods also give you vitamins and minerals that powders don't. Protein shakes are helpful, especially if you're busy or your appetite is low, but they're just convenient. They're not magic. Here's what I tell my girls: every single meal needs a protein source, period. Stop building your plate around carbs and then adding a tiny bit of protein on the side. Build your plate around protein first, then add your rice, potatoes, fruit, or fats around it. If you struggle with appetite, Liquid protein can help a lot. Smoothies with protein powder, milk, peanut butter, and fruit are easy calories and easy protein. You don't need to force yourself to eat dry chicken breast 5 times a day. If you're not seeing growth, check your protein first. 9 times out of 10, that's the missing piece. Third point, calories matter more than you think. Let's be honest, a lot of skinny girls swear they eat a lot, and when we actually sit down and look at it, it's not that much. I'm not saying that to call anyone out, I'm saying because I've been there. In your head, it feels like you're always eating, but when you actually add it up, it's random meals, skip breakfast, light portions, and long gaps without food. You might eat big meals sometimes, maybe you go out to dinner and eat a lot, maybe you snack at night, but muscle isn't built from random high calorie days, it's built from consistency. That's why I say it's so important to stay consistent with it. Your body needs a steady calorie surplus over time, not one big day followed by 3 low days. Consistency is what creates change. If you don't know how many calories you're eating, you're guessing. And guessing is usually why progress stalls. I'm not saying you need to track forever or become obsessive with it, but track for a few weeks so you actually understand your intake. Measure your portions, log your meals, see the numbers. Awareness changes everything. Most girls are shocked when they realize they're barely hitting maintenance, including me. Start by finding your maintenance calories. There are simple calculators online that can give you an estimate based on your height, weight, age, and activity level. It won't be perfect, but it gives you a starting point. Then add 200 to 300 calories on top of that. That's your surplus. If the scale doesn't move after 2 to 3 weeks, increase slightly again. Small adjustments, not extremes. And yes, the scale should go up if you're trying to gain. That's not failure. That's literally the goal. Expect around 0.25 to 0.5 pounds per week. That might not sound like much, but over months it adds up. Slow gain is controlled gain. It gives your body time to build the muscle instead of just storing fat. Also, carbs are not the enemy. Carbs fuel your workouts. If you want stronger lifts and better pumps, you need energy. Rice, potatoes, oats, fruit, pasta, these are your friends, especially around workouts. Fats matter too. They are calorie dense, which helps if you struggle to eat enough volume. Nut butters, olive oil, avocado, whole eggs, easy ways to increase calories without feeling stuffed. If you've been stuck at the same weight for years, that's not your set point. That's just the amount you've been consistently eating. Increase intake consistently and your body will respond. You cannot build something from nothing. If you want more shape, more muscle, more curves, you have to give your body more fuel. Fourth point, common mistake, training hard but under eating. You're in the gym 4 or 5 days a week. You have your glute days planned out. You're doing hip thrusts, RDLs, split squats. You're sweating, you're sore. You feel like you're putting in the work and then you go home and eat like you're still afraid of gaining weight. Small portions, skipping meals, saying, I'm not that hungry, when you know you probably should eat more. You cannot out-train under eating. It does not work. If your lifts aren't going up, if your body looks the same month after month, if you're constantly tired or not recovering between sessions, there's a very high chance you're not eating enough to support your training. You might feel disciplined, which is great, but what's actually happening is your body doesn't have the resources to grow. Muscle is expensive for the body to build. It requires energy, it requires protein, it requires recovery. If you're barely eating at maintenance, or worse, below it, your body is not thinking about building curves. It's thinking about survival. It will use the food you give it to keep your organs functioning and your basic systems running. Growth is not the priority when fuel is low. Another mistake I see all the time, too much cardio. If you're already naturally skinny and trying to gain, long cardio sessions every single day are working against you. I'm not saying avoid it completely, but like you could do the Stairmaster instead, you know? You don't need to burn more calories. You're already struggling to eat enough. A little cardio for health is fine, but your main focus should be lifting and fueling. Instead, focus on progressive overload. That's what actually changes your shape. Get stronger over time, track your lifts. If your hip thrust was 135 pounds last month, aim for 145 pounds, then 155 pounds. Add reps, improve your form. That steady progression is what tells your body to build muscle. Recovery matters too. Sleep 7 to 9 hours. Take rest days seriously. Rest days are not lazy days. They're when your body repairs and grows. If you're constantly exhausted, that's a sign something is off. You don't need 2-a-day workouts. You don't need to leave the gym feeling destroyed. You need quality sessions, real effort, and enough food to support it. Be honest with yourself. Are you under eating because you're scared of gaining too much? That fear keeps a lot of girls small. If you truly want to grow, you have to let yourself grow. Fifth point, stop comparing your timeline to other girls. This one is deeper, but it really matters. You scroll on Instagram and TikTok and see girls who look thick in 6 months. You see insane before and after pictures, tiny waist, fuller glutes, toned legs, and even if you don't say it out loud, you think, why don't I look like that yet? You start feeling behind, like you're doing something wrong, like your body just doesn't respond the same way. But here's the truth, you don't know the full story. You don't know their starting point. Maybe they had muscle before and just leaned out. You don't know their genetics. Some girls naturally store more muscle in their lower body. You don't know if they were under eating for years and are finally fueling properly. And let's be real, you also don't know if they are enhanced. Social media rarely shows the full picture. Real muscle takes time. It's okay, especially for girls, especially if you're naturally small. We don't have the same hormone levels as men. We build muscle slower. That's not a disadvantage. It just means patience has to be part of the process. If you gain 8 to 12 pounds in a year and most of that is quality weight, that's amazing progress. That's not slow. That's realistic and sustainable. That's how you build a body that actually lasts instead of something extreme that you can't maintain. The changes might be subtle at first. Your shoulders start to round out, your arms look a little fuller, your legs feel firmer, your jeans fit tighter in the right places. Maybe other people don't notice right away, but you do. Those small shifts are signs that it's working. And over time, those small shifts add up to big change. And yes, you might gain a little fat while building muscle. That's normal. That's part of being in the surplus. It doesn't mean you messed up. It doesn't mean you went too far. You can always do a small controlled cut later if you choose to. But right now, your focus is growth. You can't build and shrink at the same time. Don't quit because you don't look like someone else in 3 months. This is your timeline, not theirs. Document your journey. Take progress photos, track your strength, celebrate small wins like finally hitting your protein goal every day for a month, or adding 20 pounds to your lifts. This isn't about becoming someone else, it's about building the strongest version of you. And if you're a skinny girl trying to gain weight, hear me when I say this, your body is not broken. It just needs consistency, fuel, and patience. You've got this. If you found this video valuable, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more fitness and health related content, specifically for us girls who want to achieve our dream body, mind, soul, and spirit. Stay consistent, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next one.